to be in the air conditioning. Right? But guys, thank you so much. Thanks for everything that you guys are doing. It's truly, it's awesome to see it. Like I said, I mean, I've been going around all over the country doing, 3, 4, 5 rallies a day, and each one of them is just crushing it. I mean, again, when you expect 300 people to show up and 2,000 people to show up, that's telling you you're doing something right. Right? People understand, you guys get it? Yeah. Donald Trump's fighting for you. He's fighting for your freedoms, for your Constitution, for your children and your grandchildren. The other side doesn't seem to be fighting for anything. If Joe makes it out of the basement, right? He just doesn't have to leave the basement. The media will campaign for him. Yeah. You see what's going on in the last 2-3 days, right? All the things they spent years hoping Donald Trump Jr. or Eric or Ivanka or anyone in my family, all the years they were hoping we were doing exactly what Hunter Biden was doing and continues to do to this day. But now that it's on the other foot, no interest. No interest. They're saying it's the latest one is this. They go back to Old Faithful, right? They go back to it's Russian disinformation. You believe this shit? After 4 years of peddling the greatest hoax in America about the Russians, they're still doing it. It's interesting though, but if it was Russian disinformation, why hasn't the Biden campaign come out and said that the emails are false? Right. Or that they're fabricated? Or that it didn't come from Hunter's laptop? Because you think that would be the first thing you would do if they weren't 100% accurate. Right. But notice they're not doing that, right? The Biden camp response was, the meeting in question was not on the official calendar. Oh, okay. I don't know. If I was meeting with a corrupt official, I probably wouldn't put it in my calendar if I was vice president either. If I was meeting with the guy that I had to fire a prosecutor for so that my son could make $83 grand a month for a job he knows nothing about in a language he doesn't speak, I imagine I would not put it in my, would you? No, it wouldn't go in the calendar. Now, raise your hand if you would like a job for $83 grand a month to do nothing. You're Republicans, you can't get that job, you get in jail. All right, folks?
Yeah. That's right.
But this is what we're up against. This election is about Americans versus algorithms at this point. You see Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I know what my posts do. As you have seen, I'm kind of a troll in social, right? I got the genes.
I love it.
I got the genes. You can't turn that stuff off, folks, right? So when I hit send, I know exactly what it's going to do. I know exactly what it's going to do. I put up a post this morning, 8 a.m. on a Saturday. That's like the best time to post for me. That's where in 3 hours it did 10,000 likes. Yeah. That would normally be like 125,000. Right? So I did another one. I stepped on that one because I was like, that one's going nowhere. Maybe it's the content. Another one, good one. Same thing. 3 hours later, about 12 to 15,000. Wow. Then I posted a video, and again, I gave enough time in between them so you're not stepping on them. So I sort of know what's going on. I did a video. Just a bunch of my friends from the outdoor world, hunters and stuff like that, posting about what Donald Trump has done for conservation, for the Second Amendment. Yeah. In 3 hours, that got 25,000 views. That would be 200,000 normally. That's on innocuous content. But when the Hunter Biden story came out, in the New York Post, it's like the second largest paper in New York. One of the largest in America. It wasn't like it was the National Enquirer, and you're like, okay, aliens adopt Hunter Biden. Like, it wasn't like that. It's like stuff that we've been hearing about and knowing about and just sort of, them denying. You saw the money transfers from Russia, the money from China, it's going on. Then it's actually there. And Facebook says, we're just not going to allow you to link to it. They didn't say it was wrong. It didn't go through their BS fact-checking process, which isn't a fact-checking process, right? It's like they give it to their most liberal friend and be like, find the flaw. No, they did that today. I put up a post a couple weeks ago. It was about Kamala Harris. And it was about her calling Joe Biden a racist, right? We all saw that, right? At the debates?
Yeah.
I'm not making this up, right?
No, it happened.
But they took me down because they said, no. She didn't call him a racist. No. Because she didn't use the word racist. That's why it's false. Now, that 7-minute speech about that little girl was me. No, listen, by the way, if it was anyone other than Kamala Harris, it would have been a good statement.
Yeah.
But like you look at her, you're like, she's so phony, like she just can't sell it. Like anyone else, I could have said it. I mean, I could have said that little girl was me, and it would have at least been compelling. How do you know how I identify? There's 379 genders for me to choose from, folks. So stop. But remember that speech, right? She talked about busing. She talked about how he partied with every segregationist that ever walked the halls of Congress. Spoke at their funerals. It wasn't like they were just a little bit close. They were really close. Quotes about, I don't want my kids going to school in a racial jungle. Remember that? Like,
oh, yeah.
Think I could say that?
Oh, I remember.
I don't think I'd get away with it, right?
I don't think so.
Why is he getting away with it? So I got censored for saying what we all know. That's their fact check process. So that's what they're doing here. So they're shutting down a major newspaper. What's even scarier is that all these people in the press, all these people that for years when my father says fake news about things that actually was fake news, right? Like, yeah, my dad was an agent of Russia. He needed the money. Like, he needed this job.
Yeah.
So he says fake news about that, and they're outraged that you're infringing their freedom of the press. It's like, we're not infringing anything, but you haven't been right in a few years. You've peddled lies. You've pushed them for decades. It's been disproven. You continue to do it now. Now that it's reversed, you won't even look at it. Like, I'd say fake news is generous at best. Really? But they lose their minds. But when Facebook, Twitter, Instagram censor one of the largest newspapers in America, that's okay. Because they're not journalists, folks. They're activists.
Yeah.
Right? They're activists for the left. It only goes one way.
Yep.
Right? So if they can censor, if they can stymie, if they can shut down the President of the United States and his family, who can't they shut down?
Yeah.
Who won't they shut down? Which is where you guys all come in. That's why we need you to be a part of this. Speaking to your friends, calling your friends, making sure they get out and vote. Don't take anything for granted, because the games that they will play over the coming weeks and on election day are astounding. So don't leave anything for chance. Okay, now I got a lot more. I promise. I'll yak for hours. It's like, I got that team too. You give me a mic, watch out. You give it to me long enough, I'm guaranteed to get myself into trouble. All right? So why don't we get everyone out there so I can speak in front of everyone. I think it'll be an awesome crowd. It's just, again, thank you so much for being